Hi, how are you guys doing today? My name is Jaheem Greer, and today I am presenting my final analysis of the case study provided in our textbook in the Marketing Information System Analysis. The purpose of this video is to connect the specific assignments we worked on to the broader concepts of marketing research, CRM, customer relationship management tools, and ethical brand management. I'm going to walk you through how these systems function in a real world business environment and why they are so critical to long term success. Section 1: Data versus Insight and Research Methods. Let's start with the difference between big data and customer insights. As I laid out in my assignment, big data is just raw numbers and metrics, like that actual pre order count for the Nexus Vault at different price points. But an insight is the why behind the behavior. Think about the sovereigns subculture mentioned in the text. For them, buying the vault wasn't just a simple transaction, it was a deep psychological move to protect their digital freedom. This is why Agent Miller's reliance on simple transaction data is so dangerous. If you only look at the what and ignore the why, you miss the shifting needs of your customers, which make it impossible to build long-term relationships. I also wanted to touch on why I choose observational research for this group, because the suburbs are such a private and skeptical subculture. A standard survey would just trigger their defenses and cause them to either ignore us or lie. By using observational research, Sloan avoids those psychological walls and capture the honest behavior truth of how they interact with opinion leaders like Julian. Section 2: Relationship Management Ecosystem, or Customer Relation Management Ecosystem. Next, let's look at the mapping of the MIS, which is Management Information System. We have three core sources: internal databases, competitive marketing intelligence, and project specific marketing research. My analysis showed that the ghost was parasiting the internal database system, which created a fatal strategic blind spot. This is a huge deal because if a rival like R Inc. can manipulate your internal data, they essentially own your strategic plans before you even execute them. It's the difference between being a leader in your industry and being a follower that is constantly reactive. When it comes to customer relation management, it's not just about tracking sales, it's about managing every single touch point. I found that big data analytics I found that big data analytics were vital here because standard accounting spreadsheets would have flattened the ghost activities into noise. But real time pattern recognition allowed Leo to see the tiny micro behaviors that reveal the breach, like a login at 3 a.m. It shows how customer relation management, when paired with the right analytics, can actually be a security tool as much as a marketing tool. Section 3, the ethical abbeys in brand equity. Finally, the ethical side of this is a massive clash between national stability and consumer rights. I concluded that if Sloan had kept the back door open, it would have deployed the company's brand equity. Because the vault was marketed as a secure private tool, a secret government loophole would have eventually been exposed, either by a competitor like R Inc. or an opinion leader like Julian. That would have led to an irreversible loss of trust and the total collapse of the brand. Sloan choosing to shut down that research was the right call because losing an operating license in the short term is much better than destroying the company's reputation forever. To wrap things up, the biggest takeaway from this chapter is that data is only good as the system and the ethics behind it. A company needs to prioritize long-term brand equity over short-term data collection if they want to survive. Um, to elaborate on why Sloan keep tabs on Julian, um, here's why. In modern marketing, opinion leaders act as a filter for the market. If Julian speaks, his followers act. Sloan's ability to monitor these external forms is a form of proactive intelligence, which is far more valuable than the reactive data found in standard sales report. The vulnerability of data pipelines. Data is the firm's most valuable asset. By exploiting this, you get a lot. When the Ghost had compromised the internal network, they were basically stealing the company intellectual property regarding how the customers move through the systems. I feel like this. Every interaction, a support call, a website login, or a pre-order is a data point. The 360-degree view isn't just a buzzword. It's the ability to see a customer as a whole person, which allows Nexus to move from transactional selling to relationship marketing. All right, thank you for your time.